Hello, welcome to Worthy Wednesday. Take two. Y'all, I just spent 25 minutes doing Worthy Wednesday, and there was a problem with Facebook or whatever, and it abruptly ended the live, and then it sent me a message that said there was a problem and your live broadcast was not saved. Okay, so anyway, this is now going to make even more sense to you when I tell you what I was talking about. Anyway, so welcome to Worthy Wednesday. Y'all, this is the last Wednesday in August, which is crazy. It's going to bring on the fall months for those of people who love fall, pumpkin spice, all that. I don't care anything about that stuff. I could literally celebrate Christmas every day, to be honest, okay? I'm going to need a drink of water. Anyway, but welcome to Worthy Wednesday, you guys, and I feel like this is so appropriate for me because now I have to say this all over again, and I'm going to do my best to get back to the place I was because I really don't know what happened that the video just died. Anyway, so this is the last Wednesday in August, and then the next time I see you, it'll be September, which will be the last quarter of 2025. What a phenomenal year it has been, to be honest. My baby finished her MBA, graduated from college. She was the champion in her conference for volleyball. That was epic. She has now transitioned into adulthood, kinda, and I'm really happy about that for her. And my niece then graduated. Y'all, they graduated a week apart. That's lit. And now my niece has also started college. So 2025 is, it's rocking and rolling for us. But honestly, I feel like the year goes fast and slow at the same time. But I, tonight, want to talk to you about something that after what just happened with the live dying, 25 minutes of talking. Okay, I'm sweating now because I was like, help me, Lord, help me. Anyway, I'm back. It's even more critical that I say this now. Okay, but anyway, I want to talk to y'all about every day, but not today. Have you ever said that to somebody at work? Like, it's that one coworker that no one really cares for. They just kind of press you the wrong way. Not just you, but everybody in the office. There's just that one person. I really don't know if they plan to be that person, to be honest. But anyway, have you ever had that feeling that when you see them and the moment they're going to come up to you, you just think, not today. Just not today, sweetie. Like, whatever you're going to say, whatever your problem is, whatever disgruntledness you have, I am not the one that is, I am not the ear for that, okay? I don't want to hear that, number one, because I don't care. And then also, number two, I don't care. But I have thought about that so many times in relationship to my regular life. Being a teacher of elementary and middle school kids, I don't ever say, not today. Never, never, never. They're not even equipped to handle that. But high school kids, I'm going to tell you, they understand when you say, not today for that. If you speak to your favorite students, and by favorite, I mean the ones that know exactly what to do to get on that last nerve that you don't want them to be on, you look at them and you tell them, not today. And that is an indication to them that who they are cannot and will not be accepted today. Right? So anyway, I thought about that in relationship to miracles because I said, well, we're supposed to be celebrating miracles every day because miracles are occurring every day. And I thought, but what happens if I say not today? And I literally started laughing at myself because I said, I am the only one who does this. No one else in their right mind is thinking like this about life. Every day up until today was a great day. It was a beautiful day. I could see miracles, whether that's at home, at school, at work, at the grocery store, wherever. I could tell someone, oh my gosh, I witnessed a miracle today and it was amazing. But today I have chosen, me personally, not y'all, I have chosen that today is not the day that I'm going to be doing that. And what's so ironic about saying not today to somebody, or you're saying it to yourself, what you're actually saying is, in this moment, I am not, because I am deliberately making a choice, going to be who I am every day prior to that. All right, so let me just give you some definitions because, well, y'all know it helps me, and I think it's amazing that we look at words, okay? So today is a compound word because it's two words put together, right? But to is a preposition, that's the part of speech. So to in a sentence connects the independent clause to the dependent clause. I know y'all don't care about that. Anyway, but I can say I am going to the grocery store. So who's the subject? I. And what am I doing? I'm going. And where am I going? To the grocery store. So that's how to functions. Day. Now, here, to me, you guys, when I use the dictionary, sometimes I feel like I don't know anything. I don't know if anybody else feels like that. Like if you look something up and you think you know it, and then you read the definition, you're like, what have I been saying my whole life? Okay. Anyway, so I really thought that day was just, a 24-hour time period. Okay, it's not. Just so we're clear, 24 hours is included in like the third part of the definition. But day actually has to do with the rotational axis of the earth, right? The rotational axis, and how we're moving, and the sun, we're moving around the sun, right? So day actually refers to where the sun and the moon are in relationship to where you are on the earth. So for example, there are some places that it's morning there, right? It's a new day already because of the rotation, and it's already a new day there. There are some places that it's in the evening. Some people it's early evening, some people late evening, right? But it has all to do with how the earth is rotating. Now, after I read that, I wanted to say I'm dumb in real life, because I thought all this time I knew what day was, and I don't know what it anyway. So the next part of day has to do with time, but not in the way that we have defined it, where it's a 24-hour period. Day is 24 hours. There's 24 hours in a day. But in relationship to the definition of day, we are talking about what time, or how do we determine where the sun is telling me what time of the day it is. Is it 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 p.m., whatever, right? So today means at this time, I am in this state, okay? So that actually infers to me. When I say to someone, not today, I am saying I have already determined that for the rest of this time, I am not going to be who I was yesterday, or the day before that, or the day before that. Now, I'm going to tell you why this can be a problem, not just for you, but for regular people. If every day prior to that, my character, my belief system, my mindset has reflected that of thankfulness, gratefulness, even if I have moments that are difficult, where I've had to battle through some things, life has been life, and I've had to learn how to walk through things every day, right? Every is one part of the word. Day is the second part of the word. Every means consecutive. Just so we're clear, it's consecutive. So all of those days previously, my character, my language, my communication was this. And now I'm telling you, at this time, today, I have chosen not to be that anymore. Now, you can see, just out of common sense, how that can be very confusing. Very confusing to adults, certainly confusing to children, that whom I have been every day prior to today, they're just like, well, who are you, this person, or are you the person that we've seen every day up until today? Now, obviously, you guys, this is way more deeper than I want, that you would think that is necessary to understand it. But in the context of understanding everyday miracles, when I make a decision to say, not today, I am saying that everything consecutively that has happened in my life that has actually allowed me to be at today has not mattered. It is irrelevant. It is non-consequential for me, because I'm just telling you right now, today I want to be this. Now, since we're adults, let's talk about what that really means. So today I decided that I didn't want to be kind. I didn't want to be on time. I didn't want to be responsible. I didn't want to be accountable. And in the realm of thinking everyday miracles, how does that handle? How does me deciding today I'm not going to be who I was this entire time change my perception of, first of all, who I am, and then secondly, who other people that depend on me and whom I've become? How does that affect people? Now, the thing is that when you look at everyday miracles, it doesn't just affect you. It affects all of those around you in your sphere of influence. But if I decide today that I don't want to show up because I am mad, and I don't like Sister Cucumber, and I don't like Brother TV, and I don't like how Brother Box at work was talking, then I have negated all of the work that I have done for one moment of selfishness. Now, I know you might say, Corrie, Are you kidding me? I feel like you're taking it too far. Am I though? Because how many times have you even thought to yourself, not today, brother. Not today. You have thought it to your children. You have thought it to your nieces and nephews. You have thought it to everyone. There comes a time that you really just say to yourself, I don't have it today. And because I don't have it right now, I am not going to entertain it. Now, am I saying that that's not normal? Absolutely not, because it is normal. But what I'm saying is, in the magnitude and in the breadth of your life, how many but not todays have you had? How many times have you said, not today, not today, not today, not today? And it's not because you don't have the ability or the capacity to handle it. It's because I made a decision to not do what I'm supposed to do every single day. I literally am talking to myself, okay? Because I thought to myself, how can I every day consecutively, I mean, days that turn into weeks, that turn into months, that turn into years, that turn into decades, how can I say that today I've decided all of that work is irrelevant? Y'all, it's just like to go from kindergarten to first grade. You have to work consecutively 180 days to learn the material to be promoted to first grade. You have to live 365 days from this birthday to the next one to be promoted to the next birthday age. But we make decisions every single day to invalidate the work that we have done, to invalidate the everyday miracles that we have lived, received, and understood, because not today. Not today do I want to hear your smack talk. Not today, husband, do I want to be bothered with you. Not today, children, please don't come ask me for money, because the answer is no. Not today, co-worker, do I want you to tell me anything. But what about our lives? Especially understanding that miracles require divine intervention. What if you decided that today you weren't going to participate, and someone who needed you to be who you were before that didn't get to experience a miracle because you decided today I didn't want to be a part of that? I want people to understand who I am and what I'm going through, and it is not okay, and I need it to be about me. Am I saying, Karee, that sometimes you don't have moments where you just want to be like, I need this to be about me? No. I have those moments constantly. But I am wondering, in the scheme of everyday miracles, how many todays have you had? How many todays? How many times have I made an excuse? Because, just to be honest, worthy women, it's an excuse. Like when I just would tell certain kids not today, it wasn't because I could not handle them, and it wasn't because I didn't know what to do, and it wasn't also because they didn't know what to do. It was because in that moment I chose me, and I chose to be selfish and say, I do not want to show up the way I've been showing up, and I don't want you to show up the way I know you should be showing up. Today, I'm going to skate by and change and only think about what benefits me. Because that's what really happens when you say, not today. I'm not talking to someone else about what they're doing. I'm just going to say, I'm not going to be me and be accountable and be a change agent. I'm going to let you determine who I am today. Has anybody else done that? Oh my God. Have you ever had a but not today and it took you completely out of character? And then everyone's like, are you good? Is everything okay? And it's in those moments that you realize what I have been doing every day is required. And if I have a moment during the span of today, if I have a moment during today, I'm allowed to have a moment, but I can't allow that moment to negate all of the work that I have done every day. Y'all, I am just telling you this because when you have little people, I have a little person, I mean, she's a young adult, praise God, and who is moving into young adulthood. There have been times that I have shared things with her, just kind of talking stuff out, like about me, not about her, but about me. And one time I told her something and she said, Ma, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I was like, oh, Okay. Well, the mother in me wanted to slap her because I felt like, first of all, your tone. Second of all, who are you talking to? Third, your tone, right? But I realized in that moment that kids really do become a part of you, right? They really do take on your mannerisms. They take on your language. They take on your thought process. They take on your beliefs. They have their own, but somewhere intertwined in your children is you, okay? Is you too. And I realized, I said, I really could have said something not so kind and said, not today, I'm not interested in that. But am I really saying I'm not interested in it? Or am I really saying today, at this moment in time, I don't want to hear that because I already know what's required of me? Okay, let me just tell you, it's the latter part. When I say not today, I'm saying at this moment, I am choosing to do something that is completely opposite of who I have already been proven to be. Every day prior to this, I have walked and done the work, even when life has been life. And I am telling you right now, when I say not today, I am choosing to step away from that. Now, you might say, Corrie, I've stepped away several times. Same, let me raise my hand, I have too. But the more important question, y'all, when do you decide during that same 2 day to get back to the place that you were supposed to be? I can tell you some people, some people have gone days being not today. Not today. Not today. I don't want to hear that. Not today. I don't want to be a part of it. Not today. I don't want to be in a discussion. Not today. But how long are you going to be in, but not today? Instead of being in the every day. Y'all, you know you only grow when you do it constantly. Did you know that? You only mature when you practice maturity. You only learn how to forgive when you practice forgiveness. You only learn how to let go of bitterness when you can first identify it and then remove it. Like, do you understand that that's not a one-day process? That's every day. That is consecutive days, me putting in the work, sometimes being upset with myself, sometimes being upset with others, but remembering in order to experience a miracle every day, I have to be present in those moments where I feel like today, at this time, I don't want to be bothered by that. Y'all, this is crazy work for me because I have really learned that when I say, but not today, it's hurting me. I'm the one that's losing out because I am choosing to step away from the work. I am choosing to step away from the thing that could be tight or difficult or life altering because I don't want to be accountable, not to other people, but just to myself. And I certainly don't want to be accountable to the Lord because I don't even want him to tell me nothing about what I'm doing today. So I wonder, worthy women, as you think about every day, but not today, what am I really losing? What are the things that I am not being able to see as a miracle every single day because I have refused today? Y'all, I really love English. Like, I get it. And I dig it deeply because words have so much power. And so I challenge you that before you decide to say, not today, I want you to look back over the last everydays, because it could be a lot of everydays, and really decide, is it worth this moment of being selfish, this moment of being, I don't want to say immature, but I can say it. I don't want to say it's petty, but I can say it. Is it worth this moment, this today moment, to give up the work that I have done every day? Okay, I'm going to just tell you the answer is no. Okay, that answer is a great big no. Anyway, so I hope we don't say every day but not today anymore, because I'm not going to say that because I now understand what that really means. And the theme of Worthy Women and Worthy Wednesday has been since its inception, let's do the work. I love y'all. I'll see you in September.